Welcome to Tai Chi. Today we're going to be working on the end sequence actually of the form. I want to practice the parry, block, and punch, as well as a review of some of the turning. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and start with our standing meditation and the Qigong exercise. So we'll do the meditation first. Let the crown of the head gently rise. Relax the shoulders. Let the tailbone drop. Keep the knees slightly bent and relaxed. The feet are grounded with the weight evenly distributed. And gently direct the breath to the center point beneath the hands. Just bring your focus to your breath. Gently open the eyes and close. We'll go into the 8 brocades. So lift hands to heaven. We inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And close. Widen the stance to draw the bowstring. Bring your hands in front. We exhale, imagine pulling a bow to the side, sinking down. And inhale, back up. Exhale, pull the bow. Inhale, back up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And one more. Closing. Next, separate heaven and earth. Bring the hands in front. We exhale, pressing down and up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Closing. Very good. All right. Owl gaze is backwards. Hands are palm down. Nice and tall. Exhale, look over the shoulder. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, look over the other shoulder. Inhale to the middle. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Do one more in each direction. And close. Okay. Widen your stance. I'm going to bow the head and wag the tail. So we turn the hips. We exhale as we hinge down and around. Inhale back up. Exhale as we hinge, come around. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more. And close. Very good. Bending over to release the waist. We bring the hands over the lower back. Breathe into the hands. And we exhale down toward the feet as low as you can. At the bottom, take a breath in and out. Then inhale up. Exhale to the sides. Inhale to the back. Exhale down. Breathe in and out at the bottom. Inhale up. Exhale to the sides. Last one. And close. Very good. All right, and we'll go into our wide stance to clench the fist and glare fiercely. So we're gonna make two fists sink into a working stance. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Last one on each side, and close. Okay, next, the heel drop. Just nice and relaxed. We inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, drop. Inhale, exhale. And last one, closing. Good. All right. So as I said, we're going to be reviewing turning and the last sequence of the 24 form, which is sometimes known as parry, block, and punch, or parry, step, and punch. So we're going to start with the turns first. So let's get into a good bow stance. And we're going to practice the turn from one direction to the other. And so actually I'm going to face this way, get into a bow stance facing this direction. Good bow stance, our weight should be 60% on the front leg, 40% in the back. All right. When we turn, we are going to shift the weight back, at least 60%. We pivot this foot as far as it will go. You may not be able to go very far. And that's okay because we'll adjust as we go into the step. So let's say I only go this far. I'm going to then step wide behind me and then shift the weight onto this leg. As I do so, adjust the back foot. All right. So let's practice that. The key thing here is keeping enough space between our feet. So I'll show you from this angle. I'm in a good bow stance. Adjust this a little bit. So I have my good bow stance here. We have some space, about hip width apart with our feet. We shift the weight back. Then we're going to turn this foot as far as we can, comfortably keeping this leg straight while you turn. Shift and step wide. And then shift the weight and adjust this back foot so you're in a good bow stance. Back foot should be 45 degrees in relation to the front foot, which is pointing straight ahead. So we shift back, turn this foot as far as it will go, step out wide. As you shift the weight, just adjust the foot so that you're 45 degrees on that back foot. Shift back, turn, step, shift forward. Always make sure whenever you pivot the foot, that leg that you're pivoting should be straight until you're not pivoting anymore. Even as I'm pivoting it here, it should be straight. So I shift back, this leg is straight, so I can turn it. Then I step, shift the weight. As the back leg straightens again, you can adjust and pivot that foot. All right, I'll do a few more. We're going to go in this orientation, just so you can kind of see. We're always just doing a 180 turn. So we're facing totally this direction. We're going to be going all the way 180. So good bow stance, shift back, pivot, step nice and wide, shift the weight, adjust the foot if you need to. And then shift back, straighten this leg, pivot, step out wide, shift forward, adjust the back. Back, pivot, step, back, pivot, step. All right, go ahead and close. So just a little review. Main takeaway: if you're turning your leg, pivoting on the heel, make sure that the leg is straight. If you have a bend on it, you try to turn, you tend to put more stress on a knee. So don't do that. Make sure the leg is straight when you do it. Also make sure, not only is it straight, but make sure that there's not as much weight on the leg that you're turning. You should be, at 40% or even less, depending on how you feel. All right. So let's go into the parry, block, and punch. Now, this sequence actually we reviewed the 180 turn because we're going to be going from what's known as fan through the back position, good bow stance position here, and we're going to be turning 180. So when we shift our weight back, we make a fist, we turn, and right now you can focus just mostly on the leg work, but we turn, we step out, and as we step, we are throwing our fist out, doing this like back knuckle, known as like a parry. All right. Then the block, or I like to call it the step, we step through, we reach with this other side as we step with this back leg, in a good bow stance position, and we punch. So that's the full sequence. It's kind of a combination of moves. If you've done like some martial arts, it might feel a little easier because it kind of has a martial art sense to it. Obviously, a back knuckle and a punch. You're blocking. It's not as poetic in the end. It's just strictly a martial art. So let's get into a good bow stance. We're going to start with weight back, and we're going to imagine we kind of do this block. It's called getting ready for fan through the back. So block up, one hand is behind the other. We're going to keep this open position. So the hips are not going to rotate as we shift the weight onto this front leg. So the weight is back. As we shift to the front leg, we just are going to spread the hands. It's called fan through the back. I like to imagine like my hands are creating a fan as I shift the weight. Yeah, so from back, out. All right, so fan to the back. Now our intention, our focus should actually be forward. I'm looking right this way right now, but actually when I'm doing it in the form, I'm looking this direction and through the back. Kind of similar to when we do like single whip, kind of a similar type of feel. Fan through the back. Pretty stable, pretty strong movement. All right. And then from here, we're going to just shift the weight back. As we do that, this hand that was back comes in front of the heart. The other hand comes up above the head, so kind of closer to our center line. We are going to pivot this foot as far as it will go. This front foot, yep. And then we're going to make that turn. We're going to parry. Now the parry actually kind of ends up like in a almost like empty stance. You're kind of most of your weight's on the back leg still, and in a fairly narrow position. So that's the parry. Then we're going to adjust this foot, so it's on the heel, just kind of open it a little bit further as we step or block. Step with this leg and block. We pull the fist back. And then we keep this hand here. Imagine like you're holding onto the target to punch. So the hand that's out stretched here that just blocked is maintaining connection, and we're moving as if we are interacting with a target. So if I just focus on this hand here, it's like I'm hanging onto this imaginary target. So I'm not pulling this hand all the way back as I punch. I'm actually keeping it out in front as if I'm hanging on. That kind of negative space is what's referred to. All right. Close and reset. So we're going to do it again. So good bow stance, this direction. So bend through the back, shift back, make a fist, turn, parry, step with the block, and punch. Good. And we could actually do it in each direction, the same side. So actually let's just keep our bow stance in this position. Shift the weight back, lock up here, bend through the back, shift back, make a fist, turn, parry. So we step out, kind of empty stance, step, getting ready for our bow stance and punch. Good. And we can shift back and do it again. Bend through the back, shift back, turn. Straight leg should be straight when you turn it. Parry, step, punch, or parry block punch, depending on how you want to call it. All right, reset. So here, good bow stance, bend through the back, shift back, turn, and parry, block, punch. Again, bend through the back, shift back, turn, parry, block, punch. Again, bend through the back, shift back, turn, parry, block, punch. And one more time, bend through the back, shift back, turn, parry, block, punch. Good, and close. Now that was all done with my right hand, being the fist, which is how it is in the form. However, it's not a bad idea to try to practice this on both sides to be a little ambidextrous. I will admit I don't do this very often, but I do think we can give it a little try, a little whirl on the opposite side. So let's still start in the same orientation, but rather than this, my left foot forward, I'm going to actually have right foot forward, and we're going to do a fan through the back opposite. So it's going to feel very weird if you're if you're used to the form, but it is good to practice ambidextrously, to really understand, and it really tests if you understand the movement, what we're supposed to be doing. So we're going to block, fan through the back, right, right. All right, and then we're going to shift back, make a left fist as the hand comes up above the head, turn, parry, good. And then we, from parry, we block, and we punch. Good, all right, let's do it again. Ready? So we're on this side, fan through the back, shift back, turn, parry, block, punch. Good. Again, and through the back, shift back, turn, parry, block, punch. Good. And one more time. Here we go. Fan through the back, shift back, turn, parry, block, and punch. Not as clean, obviously, if you're not used to practicing it, but it's a good one good thing to try on both sides. It's a good little mental challenge, kind of reorganize and readjust. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up with a little meditation. Just letting the body unwind, relax, focusing on the breath, while letting the posture be upright but relaxed. Just affirm yourself for putting in the practice of Tai Chi Chuan. And gently open the eyes and close. All right, and finish there. Thank you so much. See you next time.